This might sound strange, but I have three strange things that have made me 10 times more productive and more focused when it comes to playing and competing in Pokemon VGC. When I think of the reasons why I would not be focused or be productive, it's because I'm either, nervous slash anxious, I'm either distracted, and I'm kind of lazy. And these three strange things that I do individually address those three feelings because I'm sure me and you have both felt those things, right? Like, for example, when it comes to being distracted, I swear I am the most distracted person ever. If I hear a noise, I'm looking. If someone's talking to me, I'll get distracted by another something. Like, I can't sit still. I'm always playing with my fingers. I'm always fidgeting something. I'm always like holding a hat or holding whatever's around me. I'm a very fidgety person. And being distracted really sucks when it comes to Pokemon VGC. And how can you be focused and productive if you're always distracted? And for me, I had to figure this out, right? So the reason why was because when I was going to Pokemon tournaments and when I was preparing for those, I was not always doing it in an effective way. I needed to find a way to be, again, focused and productive, stop being distracted so I could do a good job. And one thing I want to talk about is, again, kind of strange, this is what I've done. I call it the mini lock-in, or better yet, the mega lock-in. I am so distracted by sights, sound, noises, chatter, whatever it could be, even like colors and whatever, like whatever's happening around me. And imagine being at a Pokemon tournament and you're playing competitively and you have to focus on your match at hand. Oftentimes, music is not enough because you're still seeing things. When you're still playing at home, when you're playing your competitive practice on your computer or on your phone, you get text messages, you get whatever. And one strange solution that I have personally found is the Mega Lock-in. So I'm gonna give you an example of what I do at tournaments and then what I do to prepare. So when I'm at tournaments and I'm sitting across my opponent, let me know if you have seen me because I've been competing for a really long time, almost 5 years now. And last year was my breakthrough. Not only did all of my competitive dreams come true, I qualified for the World Championships. I made it to one top cut. I made my second top cut. I even beat my icon and idol growing up, Wolfie Glick, Wolfie VGC, who has like 2 million subscribers. He has a world championship. Like, I beat him. And I sat on stream and played in front of thousands of people. That was really cool. And I got there because I figured out how to do this in every single round of the tournament. That allowed me to go to multiple day twos, make top cuts, sit on stream, and do all that. What I would do is when I sit across from my opponent, it's me, my opponent across from me, right? Our switches are over here. What I would literally do is take my hat, I would put my hat on, I would put my hoodie on, and like, do I have headphones over here somewhere? Let me see. Guys, this is all, or, keeping it real. I put my headphones on, right? And I would literally sit like, I can't even hear myself. Like, I would literally sit like this when I'm competing with my controller over here. And so I literally would not be able to see or hear anything else outside of my screen. I would literally get so close to the switch to where it's literally the mega lock-in. I'm not even allowed to get distracted at all by anything else. Right now I look kind of cool, right? But this would allow me in every single game to never get distracted and never lose focus. I'm gonna leave the hat on because it's kind of a vibe. Also, my Dallas Cowboys won today if you watch the NFL. But this would allow me to be mega locked in. I couldn't hear anything else. I couldn't even see anything else. There was nothing going on other than me in my match. It might sound cringy because some players like to be social, like to be very talkative, laid back, do all that stuff. But for me, I knew that I wanted to be able to, be locked in. I'm traveling across the world. I'm paying all this money to be in these tournaments, and I'm nervous. I'm distracted. I'm so distracted. I can't even sit still at work. Or when I was in school, I was the kid when I was in school growing up. I'd always be doodling on my paper. Like, let me know if that was you. I'd always be distracted. My parents and all the parent-teacher conferences would be like, yeah, this kid can't focus. And I was never, diagnosed with ADHD or anything like that. My parents never took me to even figure that out. However, even to this day, if I get a notification or whatever, I'm just so distracted. Even my phone buzzes. So that's what I do at tournaments. But a strange thing I do at home, is gonna sound crazy, I do the same thing. Yeah, yeah, I do the same. I literally turn all my lights off like right now. Right now I have one light on in the back. I will put my hoodie on, I will put this on, I will put on my headphones, play on actual in-game Pokemon music, and recreate what it's like to be at a tournament in my bedroom or in my basement or on my computer. I know that might sound strange. I know it does, but it keeps me super locked in and does not allow me to be distracted, right? Because Now my prep's gonna be better. When I'm focused, I'm more focused. My play's gonna be better. And I'm already lazy as it is. So now when I am competing, I wanna make sure that I'm doing it the right way. Which kind of goes into my second thing, which is being lazy. How am I supposed to be productive and focused if I'm lazy? It doesn't work. So I had to find a hack to make myself not be lazy. And this is gonna sound crazy, but some of you might know, I literally created, where is it? Oh, it's over here. I literally created myself a 30-day challenge. I know that sounds crazy, but I know myself, I don't want to focus on something unless I'm truly, truly passionate about it. And in life, there's so much going on, from work to my family to my friends to just being lazy. I'm a little lazy. I like to lay in bed and watch anime, watch TV, watch YouTube, whatever it is. So I created this challenge for myself that I use personally before any of my top cuts, before any of that. And I actually quit VGC for like 9 months, which was a big mistake. But then I came back and I created this challenge for my first tournament back, and I made the top 8. And I gave this to some players to see if they would find value in it. Almost 400 players have actually downloaded this. It's for free. It's 11 pages. And what it is, it's a badge challenge. And what I created this was because if you get little wins for yourself, it makes you less lazy. I'm someone who, I love the 3 a.m. motivation. I'm always motivated at night before I go to sleep. So I'm recording this video at 11:13 p.m. So what I wanted to create was a way for myself to get little wins fast across all the different competitive Pokemon categories, like team building, like battling, like my mentality, all those things. And if I feel like I can always achieve little quick wins, little quick hits of like dopamine or whatever you call it, then I would get better. Because I wouldn't be so lazy when I know I can earn something. And it's like when you play Pokemon on the game, or Pokemon Heart Gold or Pearl. Pearl's my first game I ever played. Like, the gym badges are always always in the next town. So you would never stop playing because you want to go to the next town. You want to win the next gym badge, right? So for me, I created a personal badge challenge. It's a VGC badge challenge. Like, I'm my own league, or like I'm my own league runner. But essentially, what it is like, for example, there's 10 pages of different badges that you can earn. And there's a calendar here too, where I know this is messed up. I've used this for a few months now. I got to print out a new one. But you can actually earn different badges on different days and grow as a player. And for me, this was big by setting myself little goals. Even at tournaments, not even using this, at tournaments, I would not just set myself the goal of getting 6 wins and making day 2. It's because that's hard to do. It's objectively really hard to do. So finding little wins. Again, I've used this. I still use this. Comment the word badge if you want it. Comment the word lazy if you want it. I'll send it to you if you're lazy. But yeah, I'll send it to you with 11 pages. It's free. This is my way. I'm more productive and more focused because I have objectively tangible things to work towards. I don't know. Something that I do. And the last thing I had to do to overcome my anxiety is because I'm not going to say that I have anxiety, but I get very nervous and deeply nervous sometimes. I am a confident guy, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to tournaments and competing, from every single turn to actually showing up between every single round, I get very anxious. It's not easy. And I already have the mega lock-in, but I have something, again, that's really strange and that might be weird. I call it the holy reset. A lot of my friends know about this. And what I do is I have to find a way to always reset my mind, to calm myself down, to not be anxious, so I can give my all and be able to mega lock in and be able to do this. And I found this weird routine that works for me personally. Again, it's a little weird, but it's got me to make 4 out of 5 day 2s last year, make the World Championships, and Pokemon's even paying me to go to Brazil to compete in the Latin America International Championships. And what the holy reset is what you do is between rounds, what you want to always do is go to the bathroom, the farthest bathroom away from the venue, so it doesn't reek of Pokemon players and be overcrowded and smell hot and nasty. I go to the farthest bathroom away. I always listen to my headphones, and what I'm listening to is one of 2 things. One is really hard hip-hop music from when I was growing up, like rap, like Drake, like Lil Baby, like Gunna. Or I listen to this dragon riding playlist. It sounds crazy, but I love Game of Thrones. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. I love these fantasy concepts. So I probably love Pokemon, right? And what I would do is I listen to this thing called, comment if you comment the word badge and get the badge challenge, then I'll send you the playlist too. And people who are already in my email list, that I send you guys newsletters of new teams every single week. I send you guys this playlist before. But basically, it's this really calming, like, music that you're, like, driving, like, flying on drag, whatever it is. Sounds weird, but I listen to that music, I go to the bathroom, I always wash my face. I have an oily face already, but in general, I'm washing my face a lot across the day. I do that, I lock in. I'm not watching Pokemon content, I'm not playing Pokemon practice matches, I'm just centering my mind, I'm being peaceful, I'm calming myself down, you know? And then when I do that, I get a Celsius, like, oh, I threw all my cans away just now, I was cleaning my basement up. But I grab a can of Celsius, and I like caffeine, it locks me, and it makes me feel amped, makes me feel hype to go win, you know, do all that. And if I can make myself feel calm, feel focused, feel free, feel confident, feel excited, then that little, you know, nagging noise in the back of your head is a little bit more quiet. And if the nerves are always there, it's like public speaking. It's like one of those things where no one loves to do it as good as you might be because you still get nervous. And by doing this consistently, I've been able to show up and not only play against the top players in the world, but beat them. Like, I beat Wolfie, I beat the second place world player, James Evans, I beat the top 4 world and international champion Federico Camporesi when he, like, in the tournament that he won the whole thing. Like, I beat some pretty good players, and I'm not more talented than them, but I found ways to lower my anxiety, not be as lazy and be more focused, and that's what works for me. Again, like, I don't know if this is helpful, but so many of you have been asking me, like, how do I deal with my nerves? How do I become more focused? How do I become more productive? Because I am lazy. I am easily distracted. Well, those are the 3 strange things I do. I mega lock in. I do the holy reset, and in my practice, I give myself small wins, small targets, and a system that works. And in my coaching group, I have a coaching group, and I show them these things. Even behind me, I have a system I showed my coaching group today about how to find your Ruby. If you want a video on that, let me know. But overall, those are the strange things that I do personally that make me feel like I can go and compete and go and win. And I told you guys how I literally just beat, in one of my videos, James Evans, the second place world's finisher. I actually had him come to my house, second place in the world, by the way, multiple-time regional champion and international champion and world champion. He came over and sat right next to me in a chair right here, and he gave his advice about things that you can do right now to get better and things that you can do to really grow. I'm gonna put that video right here, and if you wanna learn more about, where did my badge challenge go? If you wanna learn more about the badge challenge, I actually have a video going over my entire challenge and system. You can watch that video right here. But I appreciate you guys so much. Again, comment badge if you want it, but yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Good luck, guys. Peace.